Today I want to talk to you guys about what diet are we supposed to be eating. I've been seeing a lot of videos about carnivore diet, vegan diet, paleo diet, Mediterranean diet. We're going to dive deep into what diet as humans are we actually supposed to be eating. Don't mind my baby, he's gonna sleep, hopefully, through the duration of this video. When we were first put on this planet, the pollution was not here, the atmosphere was a lot different, the plants were a lot different, and the way that we actually ate back then is a lot different than how we eat now. People back then did not have grocery stores, they did not have weapons to go and hunt down animals, so they predominantly ate a plant-based diet, and they ate foods that were within their area. These people lived for a very long period of time, mainly because they didn't have all the health issues that we currently are facing today, and that is because of chemicals and pollution. That's why our lifespan has shortened now as compared to what it was back then. One person would think, hey, we should be eating just like our ancestors did. Well, that's almost nearly impossible because 95% of the food that they ate back then isn't even growing now. And the air quality that they had back then is not the air quality we have now. To answer this question, we have to take a look at what is our environment that we're currently living in. If you live in the tropics, you're going to want to eat foods that are growing in that area. If you're living in the wilderness, you want to eat foods that are growing in that area. This is because our bodies adapt to our environment. Back in the early 2000s, I uprooted myself from the foothills of West Virginia to the wonderful state of Washington. I was not climatized to this area. However, after going through a few seasons, my body was able to adapt to the area out here, and now when I actually go back home to West Virginia, I feel like I'm suffocating throughout the summer. My husband, he grew up in Texas, and he transplanted to the state of Washington. And now when he goes back to Texas, no matter what time of the year, he is suffocating because it's so hot to him. And these were things that we really didn't notice. Like, I could tolerate the heat more in West Virginia and the humidity. And now that I'm out here in the state of Washington, it's so much different. People who are in Texas, they need to be eating foods that are going to help to hydrate their body. So eating a lot of beans and potatoes when you're living in a state that you sweat a lot in is not going to be beneficial to you. Eating a whole lot of animal products is not going to be beneficial. You want to eat foods that are growing within the area in which you live. If you live in North Dakota, you probably don't want to be eating fish that are from the ocean per se. And you probably don't have a whole lot of tropical bananas and pineapples growing out there either. And you guys have like long winter months, so you want to eat foods that are going to sustain you throughout the winter months, like the beans and potatoes. So in short answer, take a look at your environment, what is growing, what is organic, what is not processed. We want to eliminate things that are in a box, a can, a bag, a freezer, or in a drive-through window. Out here in Washington where I live, greens grow throughout the whole entire year, and apples stay on the trees until like February. So those are things that I want to be eating most of. And if you're in Georgia, you have peaches growing. Eat your peaches. Now, our genetics does play a little bit of a factor in this, but just like I mentioned, we are able to adapt to our environment. While you can still eat according to your genetics, you're going to want to mainly eat to what your environment is. So stop making life difficult. Life is difficult as it is already. So eat mostly what's in your area, eat a little bit of what your genetics are, and making sure you're getting chemically free foods that aren't going to add congestion to your body, pollution to your body, and try to grow something. Shop locally and eat clean. Stay away from chemicals. That's your answer.